Welcome back, everyone. Even though hurricanes and tropical storms are considered coastal problems, the wiregrass is close enough to the Gulf to be impacted. News 4's Devin Sellers spoke with the Houston County EMA director about how they prepare for hurricane season.
The room is empty, the phone's silent. But once a tropical storm or hurricane is forecast to impact the wiregrass, the Houston County Emergency Operations Center is activated.
Use what we got available to us.
Steve Carlisle is the Emergency Management Agency Director. He's been studying this year's storm predictions.
They're saying we're going to have a less active season this year because of the El Nino effect. However, they still have hurricanes predicted. All it's going to take is that one to make landfall, and we've got a disaster.
But it's a disaster Carlisle says local emergency responders are prepared for.
Of course, Hurricane 2.
Usually after a storm like that, there's a lot of debris. So we have a debris management plan through our Road and Bridge Department. We have emergency response trying to get to certain locations. There again, we got to clear the roadways and get everything opened up.
The next step is to restore power. Utility crews will come from all over, and there are plans in place to house and feed them. But to do all of this, you need fuel, which can be hard to come by following a storm.
We got to have a lot of fuel on hand, not only for the public, but to keep these hospitals running, diesel fuel for those generators, for the utility trucks, for all service vehicles, emergency response vehicles, fire trucks run on diesel fuel and things like that. So we have to have enough on hand to keep the infrastructure up and running.
Carlisle wants to remind people to be patient.
They'll do the best they can, but you got to remember you're going to have a lot of debris on the roadways. People should not expect emergency services to be as quick as it's going to take a while to get there.
That's why it's so important to have an emergency kit stocked with enough supplies to sustain you and your family for 72 hours. Devin Sellers, WTVY News 4.
Thanks a lot, Devin. Later in the show, we'll tell you everything to include in your kit. Following a severe storm, the Houston County EMA could set up points of distribution. There they'll hand out anything like ice, water, tarps, cleaning supplies, and even baby diapers. Chris?
The Red Cross is always ready to respond during and after a crisis, oftentimes opening several shelters in a hard-hit area. It has recently launched a new hurricane app for smartphones. Users have instant access to a toolkit with a flashlight, strobe light, and alarm. And there's a one-touch I'm safe button that lets people know you are okay. Also, a map with shelter locations will be updated as they open. You can download it for free for Apple and Android phones.
And everybody now has all the information available at their fingertips. If you have a smartphone, you can get everything you want to know about preparedness right there in your purse or your pocket.
Also, WTVY has a free app available for Apple and Android phones. With it, you can get current weather conditions for the wiregrass. The Red Cross plus other very important phone numbers can be found on WTVY.com, and here are just a few you need to know.